In this video, I'm going to show you how you can design your FolkTale story channel thumbnail. Thumbnails that you can use on your story videos on YouTube that will attract viewers to click on your videos. I'm going to show you two websites that you can use to do this. Then I'll also show you one application that you can use to design this thumbnail. If you don't have any knowledge of design at all, do not worry because I'm going to explain everything in detail how you can actually do this. Then in my next video, I'm going to talk about how you can upload these thumbnails to your video even if you are using laptop or if you are using your mobile phone. I'm going to show you how to do that. So for you not to miss out on that video, subscribe now, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when I drop that video, and make sure you like this video. It is very important. Make sure you like this video so I will be moved to create that video for you. All right, so let's get started. If you are using your mobile phone, it's the same thing that you are going to use because the two websites I'm going to show you is accessible from your mobile phone. Okay, so you can see, take a look at this thumbnail. Let me explain something to you first before I show you how to create this design. If you take a look at this thumbnail, you will observe that the thumbnail is catchy, is attractive. All right, from the color that I use on the text and from the brightness of the image, and everything is kind of attracting someone to click on this to watch what actually the mermaid did to the pastor. Okay, so that's the main thing that you have to think when creating a thumbnail. Now let's go to the website that we'll be using for this. So the first website we'll be using for this is Canva. I will leave the link to all the websites I'm mentioning in this video in the description. Just type in Canva, and from here you're going to see this. Then the first link that you see here, maybe yours might not be the first link, but you can see the Canva logo here. You just click on the link here, just click on it, and the Canva website will open up like this. If you haven't signed in, if you haven't registered on Canva, you can follow the link in the description of this video to register and sign in. It's just you use your Google account to sign in. So when you get to this interface here, at the top side here on the right hand side, you can see we have create design. So we are going to click on create design. Then from this option, you will also see we have other things that are here. In this search bar, let's just search for YouTube thumbnail. So you are going to see the YouTube thumbnail here. If you can see, you will observe that the width is 1280 while the height is 720 pixels. So you can copy this 180 by 720 pixels. That is the size of the YouTube thumbnail. So now you can cancel it and go back. Then over here at this side, you can see we have custom design. So you are going to click on that, and from this option we are going to input that size that we have gotten. So the next time you are creating this thumbnail, you bear in mind that this is the size of YouTube thumbnail. So in the width area here, we are going to write 1280. Then in the height option here, we are going to write 720. Please, if you just go and use any size, you can upload it, but some part of your thumbnail of your image might be trimmed off. So use this size 1280 by 720. When you input your size, you click on the create design, and from here a design will be created. Now over to our left hand side. If you go to our left hand side, you scroll down, and here you can see upload. So what we are going to do is to upload our image, the image that we are going to use for this thumbnail design. So let's say you were talking like the design I showed you. I was talking about what the mermaid did to the pastor. So the image that should show, the image that I want to show people on the thumbnail before people click on the video, should be a mermaid kind of image like that. Okay, that is the kind of image you want to show. Or you the idea you can also get again is to show a mermaid image fighting a pastor. That's the kind of image you want to show, so that people would like to know what the mermaid did to the pastor. So to upload your image, go over to this place, click on the upload button, and from here you click on upload files. So when you click on upload file, if you are using your mobile phone, please, it is the same thing you are going to do. If you click on the upload file, it will take you to either your phone gallery if you are using your phone. If you are using a laptop, it will take you to your file manager where your files are stored. So go to the location, which is the folder where the image you want to use is being downloaded to. Then here, this is the image I want to use for this. So I'm going to click on the image, then come over here and click on open. When I do that, look at the image is being uploaded, is uploading. So you allow it, is going to read like this, is uploading. When it's done uploading, then we'll continue with this video. Please, if you haven't liked this video, do well to like the video. It's very important, and subscribe to this channel so that you get more updates. Okay, all right, so the image has been uploaded. What we are going to do is to just click on it. When you click on it, you can see it is being added to the blank document. So what we are going to do is to use this arrow, this area, use the arrow, enlarge the image just like this, then come over to this other side, then enlarge the image like this to fill the entire area, and we have this as the background of our design. So the next thing we want to do is to add the title of the video that we are going to will be talking about. If your title is very long, you try to brief it. Okay, pick a kind of a text that will be visible for people to see. So for that, to pick your text, simply go over to your left hand side again, then scroll, and you will see what the option called text. Click on text, and from here you can choose any kind of text you like. So I like this bold text, so I'm going to click on this bold text, and when you do this, it will be added to your design. So and when this text is being added, you can see this text is being grouped. We have one text here, then another text here. Click on ungroup to ungroup this text, then click on this down one, then click on delete option here. So we have only this text. So now let's edit this text. To edit it, double click on it, and from here you can type in your text. So I'll be saying what. So I want to use capital letter. You can decide to use small letter if that is what you want to do. So what the mermaid, okay, all right. So you can see that they are not on one line. So what I'm going to do is to click and hold this option to make it appear on one line. So you can reduce the size from here, reduce the size. All right, drag it and click here, make sure they are on one line. So I can bring it to the downside just like this. Okay, place it here. All right, so we have gotten that text. So the next thing we want to do is to duplicate this text. We don't have to add any text again. It's the same thing we are doing. So duplicate it by selecting the text, then click on the duplicate option here, and this text will be duplicated. Then bring it to the downside, double click on it to edit it, deed to the pastor. All right, so that is our text. So I'm going to place it right below this particular one. So from here I want to change some colors, part of the text that we have. So what I'm going to do is to double click here. So I'm going to highlight only the pastor's image, the pastor's text, then go over here, click on color. Then from here you can pick any color of your choice. So the color that you picked will appear only the highlighted text. So I'm going to do the same to this one, just like this. Highlight the text you want to give a different color, then go over to color here, then come down here. You can click on add new color just like this, and pick any color that you want to do what use. And we have added color now to the design, and now we have this. So you can see that the background is kind of fighting. You can zoom it out by using this option. So if you observe, you see that the background is kind of competing with our text. So what I'm going to do is to add shadow under this text so that it will stand out a little bit. And to do that, what we are going to do is to select the text, click on the text, then go over to effect at the top side here. Go over to effect. Then from here you can add stroke. If you want to add a stroke, you can also add what we call shadow under your text. So here you can see we have shadow here, but I can decide to add stroke So if I'm adding a stroke, I click on the stroke, then this is the thickness of the stroke. If I increase it to 60, you can see the thickness of the stroke increases. Then from here you can change the color of the stroke. So from the preview I showed you, I used black. Okay, so I've selected the color for the stroke, so I can increase the thickness of this stroke. So you can see the thickness is being increased. Okay, so I'm going to add that. Then you can add shadow, but what the problem in Canva is that you cannot add two effects at the same time. So I'm going to just use only the I'm going to just use only the stroke on this. The next website which I'm going to show you how you can add stroke and shadow at the same time. Okay, all right, so I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'll click on that, click on effect, then from effect I'm going to add a stroke to this. Then the stroke color, I'm going to select black. It should be black, just like this. So I'm going to select black, then increase the stroke weight to this so that it is okay for me. Then this is it, so you can see the design now. Then one thing that we are going to we are going to make this design kind of pop out so that it will be very attractive to people's eye. To do that, select the background image. Then from here you can see we have edit photo. So I'm going to click on the edit photo option after selecting the image. So when I do that, from here you see we have adjust. So I'm going to click on adjust. Then here you can turn on the temperature a little bit so that it is going to apply that to our image. So let me show you now. So I can take it up, then I can go down, add a little brightness to my image, then go down, add a little contrast or reduce contrast as the case may be. So you just practice what works for your image. So I'm going to add a little saturation to this image to make it pop. So this saturation makes our image pop. So let's take a full preview of this design. So I'm going to click here to take a full preview so you can see how the thumbnail of this looks like. So this is how you create this thumbnail using Canva. So when you are satisfied with your design and you want to download your design from this Canva app, what you are going to do now is to go over to share. So I'm going to click on the share button. Then from here you can see we have download button at the downside here. Click on the download button, and from here you can select either PNG or JPEG, but I'm going to select JPEG. Okay, let's make use of PNG. So from here you can go over to download and download your design. So let me quickly show you how you can use this other website that I'm going to talk about. So please, you have to watch this video to the end so that you don't miss any details. So the next website we'll be using, you are going to use Photopia. If Canva doesn't work for you, maybe Photopia should work for you. So we are going to type in Photopia, then click on the first website which comes up. That you can see that was the website logo. Look at how the website should look like. So when you get to this place, you should know you are in the right place. If you are using your mobile phone, you can also access this website. Then from here, when you go up to this page, you are going to click on new project. So here we will create a new project. Then over here you do your settings, so you can rename your project here. So let's say we'll call this YouTube thumbnail as the case may be. Then over here the width that I talked about that time also was 1280 by 720 pixels. So if you are going to input that into the width and the height, then the DPI, which is the resolution, let's turn the resolution to around 250, or you can use 300. So you just input these details that I've just inputted into this area. Then after that you click on the create button that we have here. And when that is being clicked, it's going to take you to this other interface. Then from here we are going to import our image that we want to use for this design. So let's quickly do that. Go over to the left hand side here, click on file. Then from this option we are going to click on open and place. So when I click on this open and place, it's going to take me to my device. Then from here I can select the image that I want to use for my thumbnail. So this is the same image that we are going to use. From this idea you get from this video, you can create any thumbnail or for your story channel. So from here you are going to see the image has been imported. Okay, so when you import an image, it's going to show this thing run your image. To confirm your placement, what you are going to do is to go over here and click on the good button to confirm your placement. Had it been if I imported that image and it was like this, kind of like this, what I would have done is to click on it, then drag it and place it perfectly onto the background. Or let's say I imported this image. So let's say I imported this image and this image was kind of like this small. So let's say I imported this image and this image was small like this. What I would have done is to use this anchor point to enlarge the image to fit the background exactly. Okay, so the same thing that we did in Canva, that's what you are going to do. When you do that, when you are done with that, you click on this good button to confirm your placement. Then you can remove the transform controls. All right, so we have gotten this. And so the next thing we want to do is to add our text. To add your text, this is what you are going to do. Go over to the left hand side and here you can see text option. Click on the text option. From here, make sure your data connection is on even if you are using your phone to do this. So when you select the text tool, what you are going to do is to come over to your design and click. When you click, you will see a text option here. So from here I can type. So I can say what the mermaid okay, then I will come over here and confirm this. If you have to confirm that, then after that you go back and drop your text too so that you can work on this text. So we have this text. So to scale up this text, what I'm going to do is to go over here and toggle on this transform controls, and this will be toggled on. So I'm going to scale up this text using this point, scale up the text, then place it the way I want it. Then when I place it, when I'm done, I click on this OK button to confirm that. Then I can remove the transform control. Remember, anytime you want to scale up your text, you have to enable the transform controls and remove it when you're done with what you are doing. So the next thing is to add color to our text. To do that, we are going to go over here. You can see this button here. Click on this, and from here you will see color among this option. You can click on color, then here you can pick a white color if that is what you want. Click on OK, and you can see the color has been applied. Then from here you can change the font type of this by clicking on this option. So let's say we want to use a bolder font, so you can search your font from here. So let's say from here I want to search for Poppins. Poppins. Okay, look at the font. So I'm going to select this font. This font is kind of bold, so the font has been added. Then I'm going to click on regular, then select bold. You can see the text is bold, so I've gotten that now. So now let's add stroke to this, but before we do that, let's duplicate this. Okay, all right, before we duplicate this, let's add stroke to it, add shadow, so that it doesn't stress us when we will copy this. So you place it perfectly. Then from now I'm going to click on this option. Then I'm going to go to my text tool again, click on this and change the color of this. So let's say I'm going to use this color or this color. Click on OK. When you're done, confirm, and you can see we have this, the same thing that we did on Canva, kind of. Okay, so we have added the text. So the next thing we want to do is to add shadow to this text, then we add stroke to the text. To do that, you go over to please, if you watch this video to the end, you will learn a lot. Okay, and do not forget to like this video, drop a comment if this video was helpful. Then you go over to this is called layer panel, which is we have the text selected. Then double click here. You can double click here. Then from when you double click that, an option will show up like this. Then from here you can add a stroke. You can click here and drag it so that you can see what you are doing here. So I'm going to place it here so that I can see the stroke I'm adding. Then when you select a stroke, from this option controls the stroke, so you click on the stroke and you can see this other option. Then this is stroke size, so I can increase it to around 12 so you can see my text. Then from here, okay, that's that. Then you can change the color of the stroke from here. If I click here, I can select any color of stroke, any color I want to apply as my stroke color. Then let's add shadow. If you go down, you can see we have drop shadow here. So I'm going to click on that drop shadow, and you can see a shadow has been added. Then from here you can increase the opacity of the shadow, reduce the opacity of the shadow, as the case may be, depending on what you are doing, what looking for. Then this is the distance. You can increase this distance and all that. You can increase the spread and increase the spread just like this. This is the size of the stroke. Okay, this is the size of the stroke. So you're just going to add a little stroke, and that is that. Then you click on OK when you are satisfied with what you are doing. So what I'm going to do is to duplicate this text, then we'll write our second text. To do that, make sure this is selected, and you can go over here, over layer, then click on duplicate layer. So I'm going to click on that, and this layer has been duplicated. So I'm going to drag it down like this, double click on it to edit it. So I'm going to write did to the pastor. Okay, so I've gotten this now. So you can see is a very simple thing. Even if you don't know how to design, you can actually do this using this tutorial. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to double click to highlight only the pastor, then go over to the text area, select the color this, and pick the color that I want to do what use. So let's say we'll use this color. Click on OK. Please, when you are doing you use colors that are contrasting. Don't just go and pick color like somebody that don't understand color. Just pick your colors that are very good. So we have gotten this now. So the next thing we want to do is to add saturation and brightness to the background image. And to do that, go to the layer panel, which is this area. Make sure the this is selected. Okay, the image layer is selected, and when you do that, you are going to go over here. So let's just click on this adjustment layer. Then from here you can add vibrance, you can add brightness and contrast, you can add exposure and all the necessary things that you want to do. So let's just click on vibrance. So let's click on vibrance first. Then from here you can do your little settings. So let's say I'm going to increase the vibrance, increase the saturation, so you can see our image is popping. So if you want to make it black and white, you just take down the saturation. So I'm going to increase this saturation a little bit. So as you are increasing, you are observing your image, so do not overdo this. So I'm going to click on OK. All right, so you can see our image is popping out now. So this is how you create this. So the next website which I was supposed to talk about is using Photoshop, but I know most of you don't have access to Photoshop because most of you are not using laptop. But if you are using laptop, you can also do this using Photoshop. I have other tutorials on this channel that will show you how to design using Photoshop, so you can watch that and do this using Photoshop. The same thing, if you can do this using this Photopia, you can also do it using Photoshop. So, and when you are done with your design and you want to download it, what you are going to do is to head over to file. This is file, click on the file. Then over here you can see we have export as. So we are going to export as JPEG, JPG. Click on that and you will have this option. You can increase the quality to make it high, so that if you can see, if I increase this quality, look at it. If I reduce it, you can see the image is becoming blur, but we don't want that. So I'm going to take this up to, you can take it to 100%, so you have a better quality of your design. Okay, then when you are done with that, you click on the save button and your image will be what downloaded. So you just save it to your device. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm happy that I'm able to teach you this and you understand. Please do not hesitate to drop a comment for me, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to upload this thumbnail in my next video onto your video, how to do this using your laptop, and how to do this using your mobile phone. I will see you in my next video.